A blank canvas can be intimidating.
They say art imitates life.
Trust the process, sort of relax.
Choose
Maybe a little white.
any colors you want.
Maybe a lot of white.
If only life
I worry about it every day.
were that easy.
And I was 30 when I had my mastectomy, and I was pretty young for it.
Yes, it was precancerous on both sides.
I used to have panic attacks in the parking lot every time before I would go in for an MRI.
Since 2010, Erin Kirkby's life has been colored in fear and anxiety.
I thought, every day, is today going to be the day? Is today going to be the MRI that I'm going to go in and they're going to tell me that they found something?
Nearly every hue of cancer has hit her family.
My mom was battling breast cancer for the second time, and at the same time, my uncle, her brother, was in treatment for pancreatic cancer.
It was no surprise when she tested positive for the BRCA mutation, increasing her risk of ovarian cancer from less than 2% to up to 70%, and breast cancer from 12% to up to 80%.
For a minute, I was just completely numb to it, and then I had to go talk to a doctor, and after I left his office, I just burst into tears.
For women with the gene, cancer is not a matter of if, but when.
I thought it was completely over. I thought my life was going to be completely different than what I had planned.
That's been a lot of coping and a lot of counseling.
I had all these things that I wanted to do. I wanted to get married and have kids someday.
My anxiety, like you were saying, was so enormous before the surgery that I broke a cast iron skillet in half.
Sisters,
I banged it on the counter a couple million times.
Amy and Jody,
Because it sounded good. It sounded like what I was feeling.
know that feeling all too well.
So, yeah, it's rough.
Constant worry, 2 biopsies that, quite frankly, for me in some ways were worse than the surgery.
I wasn't surprised.
A rare gene.
I wasn't prepared.
Only 1 in about 400 to 800 women have a genetic mutation. Often, the best treatment is prevention, removing ovaries and undergoing mastectomies before cancer has a chance to set in. Jody, Amy, and Erin all removed their breasts
We did the bye-bye booby party, the whole bit.
within the last year.
No regrets, right?
The gene is so rare that women often feel alone in the journey.
This is actually the first time I've ever met anybody else that had BRCA mutation.
There's a reason I invited this group to meet.
It's never skipped anyone in my family.
I'm on that same journey.
My mom, when she had she was 34, which is how old I am now, and she had advanced stage 3, and it was the size of a grapefruit.
Like Jody, Amy, and Erin, fear and anxiety have colored my life since my test was positive in 2008.
The relief that I felt, even after I remember waking up from surgery, was just incredible. I felt like I was breathing for the first time.
Decisions many never dream of making.
You have the remarkable opportunity to change your destiny.
Knowledge we're lucky to have.
I had to turn that around from this is a curse to this is a gift.
A gift we never wanted.
But it is.
One that empowers us.
After I had it done, it really just confirmed for me that I made the right decision.
Lives no longer colored in fear.
It's very peaceful.
That's what I was going for. Use a little peace in my life.
But brushed with a whole new color
It's boobs.
of hope.
If I can help one 23-year-old, to know what her options are and to know that it's not the end of the world, I feel good about that. Well, you have good days ahead.
I got lucky. I joined the tattoo gang.
7 days a week.
It's been fun, that's for sure.
The ink is flowing
It's gonna be dope.
at Southside Tattoo in Brooklyn Park.
You ready for dope?
25 years.
Cool.
Nearly 1 million tattoos.
That's awesome. There were times I did 10 tattoos a day. I never thought
But for Dave Cutlip,
that I would ever actually be doing something like this.
there are 8 tattoos that stick out the most.
Murders, drugs, running guns.
For 3 years,
And it's a Simon City Royal patch.
Hank's been trying to get rid of the gang tattoo that haunts him.
Every day you look, somebody's dead.
Even after a move to the East Coast gave him a fresh start, he's still afraid to show his face
Blood in, blood out.
and still carries a target on his arm.
Like a lot of these gangs, they don't necessarily allow you to bleed.
But today,
You ready, man?
he's getting a way out.
Still a blessing to get it covered up.
Cutlip's erasing his past
And a lot of regrets
and giving him a future.
for something that's got me shot, beat.
This tattoo that would normally cost about $600,
I'm glad to get rid of.
I'm glad to be getting rid of it for you.
today, it's free.
I just wanted to help some people.
Hank makes 8.
Helping somebody move on, it feels good. It makes me feel, I sleep good at night, I do.
About a month ago, Cutlip and his wife decided to cover up hateful and gang-affiliated tattoos for free.
I had this guy come in, and he had DGF on his face. And he asked me, he was like, it's killing me. Like, this tattoo is killing me.
From there, the Random Acts of Tattoo project was born.
I could see the hurt in his eyes, man, I could. And like, I could see that it did really bother him.
1 day a week, free cover-ups by Cutlip, and a GoFundMe page raising money to help others erase the hate.
And, you know, that's a good thing, but it's also an overwhelming thing.
The project has taken on a life of its own.
Hello, tattoo shop. Can I help you?
Cutlip's friends are volunteering,
Yeah, we do have a project for that, yes.
fielding phone calls and responding to Facebook messages.
Right now, 99.
My new computer
But that's every time I do one, another one pops in.
is crashing, and because it's such an overload of messages, and that's how much of a need there is.
He's had people calling from all over the country wanting to come down.
An unlikely home for second chances.
I think it's great that I'm able to help them, but if there's anybody out there that wants to join in, please, you know, I could use the help.
I've got cop friends now.
Embarrassed, burdened, and fearful. For years, Hank has hidden the symbol of hate.
I'd keep a shirt on even when we all went to the beach last year, just so he didn't see it.
Now a husband and father. For Hank, 3 hours with Cutlip
Just want to make sure everything is covered up. What do you think?
I'm in love with it.
was worth the 3-year wait.
It's a masterpiece compared to what was on it before.
One final cover-up,
I'm sure it's painful right now.
so he won't have to hide anymore.
Not as painful it was looking at it every day.
All right, bro?
As number 8
Because someone gave me a chance.
closes the door on his past,
Someone gave us all a chance.
Cutlip's ready for number 9.
I love this city. I really do.
Okay, so you want us to come to shock trauma.
Pressure's 140 over 100.
In a city in crisis, this is the nerve center.
You see 6, 7, 8, 9 gunshot victims a night, and it's just normal for us.
To see that level of violence all the time, is it heartbreaking? Yeah. But here, do I have time for that? No. You just detach, and you have to do the job.
We're on scene with those priority 2, category D, as in Delta.
On this day, 22 people with life-threatening injuries were admitted to the specialized unit. 7 of them victims of violence. This considered a quiet night for the nurses of shock trauma. Gunshot wound, not the first or the last of the day.
They're close.
Within 3 minutes, more than 24 nurses carefully choreograph equipment, clearing way for Baltimore's newest victim of violence.
All right, I guess everyone's ready, right? Are you drawing labs, Frankie? You want me to flush it through?
Can you use some 18 and a tourniquet?
Many national legislators said we have to do something to help Chicago.
For 20 years, Dr. Thomas Scalia has been running one of the busiest trauma centers in the nation.
I'm not saying that it's not a terrible problem in Chicago, but per capita, we have twice as many homicides.
With the city reaching nearly a homicide a day, victims of violence have become the new normal.
That doesn't make it okay, and it doesn't make it rational, and it doesn't make it necessary.
And you're seeing an increase.
Oh my God, yes. It used to be something that happened. Now it happens all the time.
We're seeing just tons more gunshots and stabbings and assaults than anywhere else I've worked previously.
Any access on that?
To combat the crisis, shock trauma has increased staff on nights and weekends.
I can't breathe.
I couldn't tell you how many I got last week or how many I got yesterday. I just know that it's super violent, and the majority of our patients are violent crimes.
And it takes a toll.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting mentally, physically, emotionally.
We used to say, you know, summer was our busy season, and then like winters it would drop off a little bit. This year it's been fairly steady, and then our busy season is phenomenal. It's unbelievable.
Push down on your feet. Push, push, push.
Where very few things are easing the crisis, the trauma center is, boasting a 96% save rate.
Breathe with that mask.
If there wasn't shock trauma, if there wasn't the same degree of organization of trauma care, what would the number be? I don't know, but it would be substantially higher. No question about that.
Let me get this arm.
On this night, it's one life saved.
He's awake, he's talking, he's moving, so those are all encouraging things.
One less number to add to the crisis.
Am I proud of us for doing that? Hell yes, I'm proud of us for doing that. Do I wish we didn't have to do it? Yeah. But as long as it happens, we're going to be here.
Even the moments of quiet won't last long, because this fight is far from over.